with its natural stone facade, soaring atrium, and spectacular mountain range views. The Medical Center of the Rockies is often described by patients and visitors as more like a spa than a hospital, and a care center disguised as a mountain lodge. And there are other descriptions that medical and design teams don't mind hearing.
Very innovative. Some people call it the hospital of tomorrow, or maybe best of class, or even the best hospital that they've seen of its kind.
But the phrase that really inspires pride in this beautiful, environmentally sensitive part of the country is LEED eligible. And this is the story of how a team of dedicated people built 2 hospitals under one roof with amazing speed and agility and forethought, and along the way managed to keep nature in mind every step of the way. By 2002, medical professionals in northern Colorado knew they needed more cardiac care and more trauma care, and they needed it in a hurry. Teams were formed and goals were set.
People have talked about high tech and high touch. Those were 2 phrases that were used an awful lot as we were discussing what we wanted to come out of our vision.
Another important consideration was the need for speed. Seconds count in a hospital, and this design would be focused on making it easy for everyone to get where they needed to go. Project designer Mark Johnson.
Every great healthcare campus is a central organizational space that helps people migrate through the facility, orients people.
You just don't get many chances to build a brand new hospital where you can really design it the way you want it to flow and function, knowing that we wanted to have lab next to radiology, next to ER, and knowing that that's where a lot of that flow happens. So I think that has been a tremendous benefit, and I think will allow for a lot more efficiency.
Medical Center of the Rockies was designed and built for speed.
And from the beginning, there was also another important goal: to make sure MCR would be LEED eligible.
And to be honest with you, probably none of us knew what the impact of making a decision like that was from the very beginning. We then set it as a goal as we looked for our architect and contractor, because we knew if they weren't on board with it, we probably would not have much chance to make it happen.
But the Heery design team was enthusiastic about taking on this challenge. And what a challenge it would be. The team would have to create 2 world-class centers of excellence, a cardiac care facility, and a trauma center in one building, really a small city, in 3.5 years.
And when we started the project, their goal was LEED Silver. And through design, we actually found a way to achieve LEED Gold.
And not just for the sake of winning a LEED certificate. Rather, the team was out to prove that the building itself could and should be part of the healing process.
It's a warm environment. It's a non-threatening place. It looks very non-institutional, if you will. And evidence has shown that those types of healing environments do speed recovery for most patients.
Living in the West, you want fresh air. And so a very unique feature of the building is all of our patient rooms have a window that opens. So people can actually still get a bit of that Rocky Mountain fresh air.
Wherever you are in the facility, you're close to daylight and gardens and other natural elements.
This is important not only for patients and their family members, but for the staff who are working under very stressful conditions and for sometimes some very long hours.
To hear the water and to feel the water. And water has a very powerful healing value to it, and particularly here in the West.
But behind the scenes, the twin hospitals had to be fully state-of-the-art high-tech.
We did mock-up rooms so that we could play with and move about all the different pieces of equipment and furniture that needed to be in every patient room. We have, I think, over 800 computers in this building, the technology that they need right at the bedside to provide the excellent care that I know they will.
Create a building that would use 35% less energy than an average hospital. Use low or no VOC materials to create a healthier indoor environment. Maximize use of recyclable materials and recycle 75% of all construction waste. Speed up response times, get help faster to critically ill patients. create a low-volume plumbing system to save water, and perhaps most importantly, plan for future expansion.
We've already built in the basement the corridors that will extend to additional 2 towers, that one would go to the south, one to the north. This campus has really been designed to grow and eventually expand to 400 beds with minimal disruption to patient care.
All very worthwhile and ambitious goals, but what any hospital CEO would want to know is, what will it cost us to pursue LEED certification? Will I save enough on my energy bills to make it worthwhile? What other savings might I realize from going green?
We anticipated that the cost by meeting the LEED criteria probably added another 1 to 2% to the project, but in terms of what impact it will have on decreased energy utilization, we've had a lot of natural lighting, things like that will hopefully impact in a favorable way our utility expenses. Also, it creates a much better environment for the staff and for the patient.
The bottom line?
The result of that is a building that was constructed for about $250 a square feet, which is now virtually unheard of for a hospital of that magnitude anywhere in the country.
In the end, the Medical Center of the Rockies was on its way to becoming one of only 3 LEED Gold certified medical centers of excellence in the United States.
Today, we have the best facility on planet Earth for treating patients. It is unbelievable what you've been able to accomplish. I am proud to be associated with you.